So as soon as I get that, I'll send you over an estimate.
All right, I appreciate that.
I've seen the locations before, so I'm familiar with the locations.
All right, I appreciate that. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, have a great one.
Bye.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody's having a great day. I hope everybody's having a great day. And I would like to thank, for those who have watched the videos up to this point, you have taken the liberty of trying to go to SAM.gov yourself and just try to play around it to see what you can find. Because it will be more practical if, as you watch the videos, you just go ahead and head over to SAM.gov. It doesn't matter if you're in the United States or not. SAM.gov is not one of those restrictive sites where you have to be in the United States to access it. You can access SAM.gov from any part of the world. So if you just have a laptop, just pull up SAM.gov and you should be good. I don't know about the mobile interface because I've never tried using it on my mobile phone. But I want to believe you can also just go to the browser on your mobile phone and type it. So just go around it, play a little bit with some of the concepts and some of the things we've touched on, and let's see. All right, for today, for those who have watched the sub vetting video, how to vet subs, there is something interesting that happened to me. For those who have not watched it, this is the video right here. Just go ahead and click on this link that just popped up on the top right, and it should take you to that video, and you should be able to see what that vetting process is like. All right. So you remember when I came here, right? Was he talking about the janitorial service in the Ames area? So when we got here, you do remember I came here, pulled this up, and I started looking up these businesses, correct? I did look up. I could have sworn, I could listen, I can swear, I did go ahead and check all of them. But so this is what happened. I did go on here, check every single one of them, and I looked them up to make sure. You remember? I'll have to log in again. Bear with me for a moment. Bear with me for a moment while I log into SAM.gov. Un momento. And that's another thing I want to tell you guys. Please, if it is possible, I have not tried creating a SAM.gov account from out of the United States, but you may very well just try to create one for yourself, as long as it doesn't ask you some crazy information. Go ahead and create one for yourself. It should be beneficial for this particular process. For this particular process of vetting the subs, you will need it. I am inclined to believe it will be very instrumental. Very instrumental. So go ahead, try to create yourself a SAM.gov account. If you don't know how to do that, I say don't bother about it. We're just going to do another video. The next video will be creating a SAM.gov account. That way it helps you when you're vetting your subs. So this is what we did. Or rather, this is what I did. You remember The reason we rolled out these guys is because when we came to SAM.gov and we did, what was our search criteria? Our search criteria was entities. We're searching for entities. We said exact phrases. Boom. When we pull that up, okay, my bad. We did inactive as well. There we go. So this is why we rolled out these guys. We rolled out these guys because when we entered their information, we were able to pull up some detail. What is going on with SAM.gov? Is it my connection? There we go. So in as much as it says the account is inactive, it's been inactive for quite a while. It's been inactive for quite a while. But can you take a look at this business is in Puerto Rico? Or rather, this person, when he did this registration, he did it from Puerto Rico. I guess he can do it. That's a U.S. territory. So, but we stay away from people who have cache codes and UEIs. As much as it says it's inactive, I just try to stay away from them unless I am doing a collaborative contract, meaning they too are a valid contractor, that way I have some kind of information on them, if that makes sense. So, but we went ahead and rolled out these guys, and I went further down. I did this. I did all of this. I could swear I did it. I'm sure some of you are perceptive and know where I'm heading to with this. Nothing came up. I did this for every single one of these and nothing came up. So as confident as I was, I said I was going to do 6 or 7, I think. I ended up doing 10 of them. And the 10 of them were ones with higher ratings. So these were automatically excluded. I just went down the list and I looked at these people. I ended up, we couldn't contact these people because they did just dry cleaning, tailoring, and alterations. So they didn't fall within our search criteria. I went ahead and checked the 4 seasons. They were one of they were one of those that I contacted. I did contact the 4 seasons. There was no information on them, so I went ahead and contacted them. I contacted Total Cleaning Plus. Listen, I contacted okay. I went back and so this was that first page, and I told you Google was giving the people without. This is where you find the people without websites. This is where rather you find the people without websites. This one, and here you find the people with websites. So I went into this list. I searched a couple of them, and these guys had the most reputations, but they didn't have websites. So I had to cold call most of them, the ones that I selected to go with. This was where I knew. So I contacted these people, Total Cleaning Plus. Listen, at the end of that call, I knew I fucked up. Oh, my bad. I knew I messed up. For lack of a better word, I ended up not going with them. But it was after the call, and I could have sworn, like I could swear, I called them. I mean, I looked them up. But there was something that was contradictory, and I did write that on my notes, which was exactly. So they came up as, in my initial search, they came up as unlimited cleaning, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Unlimited cleaning. So because you can see this has 6 ratings, correct? But at that time when I was searching, I did see unlimited cleaning service. This, you see that? This is who I call. This is unlimited cleaning service, right? I looked them up. So I had the notes down, guys. I try to jot everything as I go. Can you see? Nothing comes up, right? I went ahead, called them. We had a conversation. At the end of that conversation, I knew I had messed up because when I called these people, they provided me an email address, correct, to send them the details. That email address let me hear. I don't know how that makes sense, but it didn't make any sense at all. It let me hear total cleaning. And if we do this, look at that. Are you seeing? Look at this is total cleaning plus, right? Guess what is coming up here? And they are active. So you just, if you listen to that recording, you can hear me just laughing at the end of that call because I knew I slipped up. Look at. So they are active. They are active for sure. And let me just make sure of one thing. Let me make sure whatever information is on that recording is public information. The last thing I need is publishing. Where is it? Where is their contact information? Do they have one on here besides the phone number? I will see the phone number. Contact us. So they don't have their email to contact them on the site. Clearly they don't. So I guess that is why I had to call them. That is why I had to call them, because I couldn't find any information on them. So this is just to show you some of the things you have to look out for. But the person I spoke to, how they sounded on the phone, it was evident that they knew about it. But the reason I continued with that call was because, like I said, we are not the only contractors chasing down this opportunity, if that makes sense. So it is not unusual that the local service providers, the local janitorial service providers in the areas are already aware of a potential government contract that is in their neighborhood, because they must have received a couple of calls, and at this point they are inundated with calls for quotations and all of that good stuff. So some of them just know, the moment you call them, you talk about government contracting, they just know, okay, you're talking about this. They'll tell you to go ahead, forward them the information, and they're going to get back to you. So, but in this case, it was different. I don't know, something just didn't sit right, and I just went back. After I got off that call, I told myself, just double check these people, And then I found this. Yes, it says it's about to expire on the 1st of April. But right now they're still active. At the time of bidding, they are active. And as much as SAM.gov does take its time to do certain things, a week, a couple of weeks, I am not shocked before this date they are fully re-registered and are active, meaning they have extended their registration or renewed their registration. So I will not be surprised if that were to happen. So you will be listening to the audio if you just listen. Awesome. I was calling regarding a contracting opportunity around the Emist area. Do you guys service that area?
Yes.
Okay. And do you guys know about government contracting?
Yes. It's at like half a dozen recruiting offices.
Right.
Yep. You can email them.
.comcast.net.
Yep. So as soon as I get that, I'll send you over an estimate.
All right, I appreciate that.
I've seen the locations before, so I'm familiar with the locations.
All right, I appreciate that. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, have a great one.
Bye.
I can very much, I'm happy this is happening to me, because if you remember, I mentioned it, I've talked about it in that previous video, but it happened to me. So I was as polite as I was on the call. It's inappropriate for me to ask them, are you guys going to bid on the contract? Some people are going to ask. But the moment I got that weird feeling in my spine and I just got off that call and I looked them up, I saw that they had an active registration on SAM.gov. There was no need. I just didn't forward them any information, because chances are high they themselves are bidding on this opportunity. Why not? If I were them, why wouldn't I bid on it? Why wouldn't I? So But yeah, that's just to tell you guys, when we say you have to vet, this is one of those things you have to look out for. Because imagine I had spent so much time with them, going back and forth, only to find out. Some people can string you along, or better still, they can give you a wrong quote. I'm not saying people operate with malice, but it's just common sense. These people can prepare you a solid proposal, a solid bid proposal, and send that over to you. However, they know the criteria for awarding or winning this contract is price alone. They just need to up your price by few numbers, and they will win that contract. They would win that contract. So, also, if I were them and I'm in the area, what I would do is I myself, I'll reach out to my competitors to find out what it's gonna cost them to do the same job. Then I know what my pricing should look like. But again, who knows? So I didn't end up going with them. I did go with a couple of other people. I'm still waiting to hear back from them. So the reason we haven't talked about their responses is because I'm yet to get back. I'm yet to get feedback from them. But I did call them, and a couple of them did acknowledge reception that they received the document and they're going through the document. So I did give them, remember, we did give them a deadline for the 29th, correct? Yes, we did give them a deadline for the 29th. Let's confirm that. Yeah, 29 is Friday. So hopefully we should be hearing back from them by Friday. But nobody has reached out to me for any further questions or concerns. So I want to take that as a good sign. But you never can know. So we're just waiting to hear back from them. But yeah, so that's what I just thought I should share with you guys. You want to take this part of it seriously because it might just cost you a contract. Worst of all, your time. Your time should be your most valuable asset. So imagine it taking you all that time it took to extract documents, combine documents, edit documents, translate documents. And because you failed to do your due diligence, like me, you just mess it up. That's really going to hurt. And that's what I want us to try to avoid as much as we can. Because if we can avoid it, let's just avoid it. So, due diligence is the name of the game. Let's take our time and let's get it right as much as possible. If we can get it right in the first try, booyah, that is awesome. But we keep pushing. So, like I said, the following video, we're going to walk through the process of creating a SAM.gov account. But maybe down the line, we're going to look into the registration and all of that other stuff. But initially, we're just going to look about creating an account, and then we can go from there. Because I had no plans on doing that video, but the reason I'm going to do it is because I see how vital it is for us to be able to vet these subs, to make sure we are not contacting a competitor hoping they're going to give us an advantage. Because guess what is even worse? What is even worse is now she knows I am a contractor with the federal government as well, but I don't know she is. Information, they say, is power. So if she knows I'm a contractor, but I don't know she's a contractor, she can finesse me out of the contract. Or they can. So we want to do your due diligence and stay on top of things as much as you can. But that was what I thought I should share with you guys today. But these are lessons we learn every day, and I'm sure you're going to have to learn some yourself. But that's pretty much it. I'm not going to take much of your time. And let's jump into the next video and see about creating a SAM.gov account. How about that? All right. See you. And do not forget to like and subscribe.